Hey guys, Corbino84 here. I'm doing a tanking video today. Well, an armored vehicle video today, really. And you'll see on this particular map, the main focus I've always thought at the beginning of the map is to get into the center here. Active protection, obviously, the best the best type of protection to have on your tank. Never mind all those flares and stuff. Now, the reason why the center is so important on this particular map is the anti-air. If the enemy gets that, which they have, because none of my teams moved up as quickly, unfortunately, they will immediately try to get it back to their side, which will put our air support at an extreme disadvantage, and it can turn the tide of a battle. So if you can't grab it, destroy it, deny the asset to the enemy. Thermal optics, in my opinion anyway, are the only real thing to have on armored vehicles. Turning them on and off will allow you to see if the target's got their own active protection up. If the target goes green, do not shoot, just wait for it to turn off, then lay into him with everything you got. I always try to pop my active protection last, or if I think that he's got a shot at my threads, because a tank that's unable to move is essentially a gigantic paperweight, and if I'm infantry and engineer facing against an armored target, be it 1, 2, or 3, I will always aim for the threads first. Stop that thing from moving around, because especially if there's infantry in those buildings, they hit me in the threads. I can't break that building down. I can't go in after them. I can rotate the turret, but they can maneuver a lot better than I can. Get around behind me, get the disabling shot again, and get a rocket into the ass of the tank and blow it up. Use of the terrain. This particular gentleman here, my aiming sucks, but that's a different story. This particular gentleman here makes a mistake, a very large one. He doesn't use the terrain. I go around. He really should have gone through that building instead of around it, because now I get to use meteor rain. That's right, meteor rain. And I'm going to get that disabling shot. Got it. Alright, there we go. Now you're disabled. You can't move. And that BTR is after getting taken over by the enemy. So I'm going to have to use my Red Eyes Black Dragon. Do something! God damn it, Red Eyes, you fucking suck. Anyway, be careful if you're in a tank, that's all I'm saying. They do get blown up. And don't be afraid to run away from duels. Again, the rock in front of me is presenting a smaller target, and the infantry support guys on my team are helping me out. And also, you know, running away is fine and stuff, but if you're not an engineer or don't have an engineer with you, you're not going to do much good with a broken ass tank. You can stay back and snipe, but that's really not what a tank is meant to do. It's meant to push up in the enemy's face or skirt around the edges, you know, annoy the enemy, get them moving out of position, get their forces to sort of concentrate on you. Whenever I'm in a tank, if I'm not in sneaking mode like I am now, I'm flanking Alpha again, I'm making as much noise as possible. I'm engaging as much infantry and armor as possible, getting all eyes on me and moving as quickly as possible, allowing other forces around the area to converge in on the targets that are engaging me. I'll probably die, but the rest of the team will push in and will be able to get the killing shots, and it'll be very hard for the other, again, another mobility hit, the most important thing to get, your first shot. It would allow the other your other team forces to get in and take out the target. Just like me disabling that armored personnel carrier allowed ours to move in. Not that I wouldn't have been able to take him out on my own, but you know, two armored vehicles are always better than one. And again, in a tank, gunners should never ever be looking in the same direction that you're looking. My gunner's doing a good job here now. He's skirting around the edges, and I'm doing a 360 as well, keeping my eye open, turning on the thermal optics, trying to find any snipers that might have PLDs to paint my position in the particular area, because that can be a really easy way to take out a tank as well. You got a SOFLAM or a PLD as a sniper, you light up a target, anybody with rocket launchers, that was an ambitious shot. There was no way I was going to make that. Anybody with a PLD or anything like that is going to light you up, and everybody in the map in your surrounding area will know exactly where you are, because you can only paint armored targets. So like if I was coming up on Bravo and I was getting painted, anybody at Bravo would know exactly where I was. But these guys are completely caught by surprise here now. because I came from Bravo, from their home base, and now me and my secondary gunner are laying on the herd on them, taking the objective, getting the points, making sure the area is clear. Those camo suits that don't show up on thermal are a real pain in the ass. But that's why you turn on and off the thermal optics like that. That's what I do anyway. It can be a little bit hard on the eyes sometimes. I end up getting like really watery eyes when the aspect changes so much. But you know, you do what you gotta do. You suffer for Battlefield, I suppose. Maybe just get laser eye surgery again. Keeping your eye on what's behind you as well, because in an open area like this, your weak spots, the sides and the back of the tank, are always going to be exposed. Staying still, probably not the best idea, but I wanted to make sure that we took the objective and that there was nobody on top of the objective of Bravo on that gas container or oiler container, whatever the hell it is. Again, going off the beaten track, making sure that you don't stick to the roads. Don't be afraid to go over hills and stuff. Again, that AAA is still there. No one's after taking it, not even our team, which is kind of silly in my opinion. And then plastic barrels stop a 100-ton armored vehicle from moving. This could have been really embarrassing. Not the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me on Battlefield, but pretty close. But thankfully I glitched my way through it, and we move on. Apologize to my gunner because that was just stupid. And we keep on moving around the battlefield. This particular area here, I want to get through it as quickly as possible because it's in a dip, and snipers like to camp on either side, and I really don't want to get painted here. Always make sure to help out the team as you go along, keeping your snipers, your engineers, your assault crews, and other people on the team in the fight. Keep them engaged, keep them active. You want them on your side. You want them pushing on all the objectives. As you can see, we're really crushing it here, 713 to 311 points. I don't really know what the other team was doing at this particular stage, but we seem to have all the armor and all the air assets. Few objectives went back and forth as they normally do when certain squads don't take an objective and then hold it. Foxtrot, easy enough to take, no one really around. This is a great place if you're infantry to set up ambushes and such. I cleared the hallway here. My gunner's going to get out pretty soon to make sure the objective gets taken, but I swing my ass around just so I can move on in. But I'm very wary of that door. I really don't want someone coming in from behind me trying to put C4 on me. Keeping my ass towards the container that's located behind me, learning the maps, very, very important. But this whole area is really, really bad for tanks. Any close area, because in real life, armored vehicles don't move into busy built-up areas unless they've got huge infantry support. See that guy? Just showed up out of nowhere. That type of stuff really freaks me out when I'm in a tank. It's like a ghost. Now this, getting your tank jammed, the worst thing you can do is get out. Stay in the vehicle. Even if you get killed, it's just a kill. It's not the end of the world. What matters is the team. I don't understand why people do that. Because now, I'm on the other team, and I've got your vehicle, and I'm right next to an objective. Now, even if I get blown up here, it doesn't really matter, because this was your vehicle, and now you've basically given it to me, and I can deny it. The enemy helps me out here, though. I'm like, fuck it, I was going to use that, and then boom! The enemy hits it and knocks it out for me. I'm like, thanks guys. You really shouldn't have. Again, because this is their vehicle, I'm not really too interested in keeping it alive. I want to, again, have all eyes on me, be as loud as possible, get them to engage me as much as possible. So on the left hand, boop, go flying. On the left hand side, my team can maybe push in. They're not doing it. But, you know, it would be nice if they would. I'm getting a lot of infantry out of position. I get killed in the end.